I'm going to go first to Editor Output India Today, Shiv Arur. Shiv, what do you make of all these reactions now coming out, whether it was the AIADMK MLA who spoke to you earlier on or the 5 MLAs who have come outside the Golden Bay Resort claiming that they are not being held hostage, they are free to go, there are no restrictions imposed on them. Wouldn't this just blunt, OPS camp's attack?
It may blunt the OPS camp attack, Avantika, but I think we should be very skeptical about these conversations and about these MLAs coming out. Since when do MLAs travel together to a resort outside Kanjivaram in such large numbers, and stay inside? Since when are other private citizens not allowed to even approach that particular resort? Since when our communications not allowed? Selva Mohan Das, the MLA who spoke to us and who I put questions to, said, we are like a family, we are free, we are happy, we're safe, and we're having a good time here at this resort. This is a time of a constitutional crisis. So obviously nobody is going to believe their story when they say that they're all living a free life inside that resort. They should be here in Chennai if there's a crisis. Why are they at that resort if that's what they're suggesting? Point number 2, I think the Sasikala camp is under a great deal of pressure now because the Madras High Court has asked the Chennai police to file an affidavit updating them on the official status of those MLAs, where they are and whether they're being kept against their will. Now these MLAs have professed their support for Sasikala, but it's obviously a measure of political uncertainty and insecurity and a fear that they might cross over to the O Pannirselvam camp that has resulted in them being herded into this resort outside Chennai. Having said that, I think there's a bit of damage control being done by the by the Sasikala camp to bring these people out and get them to say that they're safe, they're free, there's been no restrictions on their liberties, etc. Because now with the Madras High Court scrutiny on this particular issue, there could be legal implications if it turns out that it is proven that these people are being kept against their will, being elected representatives at a time of a constitutional crisis, and also the fact that it's possibly amounts to perjury if they lie to the Madras High Court.
Absolutely. And Pramod, is it true that because of the pressure to prove majority, to prove that those numbers, as VK Sasikala has been claiming, that there is perhaps backdoor talks that is also going on with other parties, to seek their support in case an emergency crops up?
Well, Avantika, there's a sensible question some people are asking at OPS camp right now, which seems very sensible. That thing is that when such a turmoil is occurring in the politics of Tamil Nadu, what are the elected MLAs, elected member of the Legislative Assembly, are doing in a resort at Mahabalipuram? What are they doing at this point? Why should they assemble there? That seems to be the question. Well, I just asked Maitreyan, who just walked away. We asked him what do you think about the MLAs being over there? You're saying that they are being held as hostages, but they are claiming they are not being held as hostages. He simply said, if that's the reason, why are they not out? What are they doing inside this hotel? And second thing is that we asked him, so are you going to meet them? Are you going there directly? He said, we don't have any idea of like that. He has clarified this for now, Avantika.
Absolutely. So what can we expect next? Shiv, coming to you, what can we expect next? We, saw what happened yesterday. There was a lot of activity with the governor coming into Chennai, taking the opportunity, meeting, the two warring leaders, listening to both the sides. He's also had the chance to meet the DGP. So will it just be wait and watch, at least for now?
It appears to be that way, Avantika, because, the sense we're getting is that none of the two camps want to make any abrupt moves as far as those MLAs are concerned. With the national media's focus, on that resort, it's going to be a huge task for them to smuggle those MLAs out now. It's going to be very conspicuous. Are they going to do it a few at a time or all of them? Those buses outside, which we have pictures of, are testimony to the fact that they are there en masse. Having said that, there is information, and there have been some local reports which suggest that the MLAs may actually come out of the resort sometime later this afternoon, or perhaps later this evening as well. We don't know for sure because there's so little information actually coming out from there. It was an off chance that we tried Selva Mohan Das's number, one of the MLAs inside, and we were able to reach him because there, as you know, there are reports that a mobile phone jammer is in place there, and communications have been restricted by those MLAs to the outside world. But it's going to be a very tricky affair getting them out, because a lot of journalists have been trying to get inside. A lot of cameras are already on the East Coast Road, keeping an eagle's eye on what happens at that resort. You know, there are some journalists, including us, we've tried to take the sea route, you know, to find out from behind what's going on inside this resort. It's like a reality show house at this point of time. So in that sense, it's going to be pretty difficult. It's going to be a challenge for Camp Shashikala to bring those MLAs all out, because they've been professed to be supporters of Sasikala, but after, you know, 2 or 3 days inside with no real liberties to do anything else, something that they contest, right, it's going to be very interesting to see if they'll have a chance to voice what happened inside.
Absolutely. Shiv, very quickly, you know, while the focus remains on the two warring camps, on these two leaders and the MLAs and what's going on at the Golden Bay Resort, I just want to understand from you, hasn't the administration, the Tamil Nadu administration been severely affected? The day-to-day working with all these MLAs, you know, at a resort, some MLAs in the OPS camp. I mean, how is the day-to-day life functioning in the state of Tamil Nadu?
Very good question, Avantika, and it's a question that I've been raising for the last couple of days and asking a lot of people about. Well, two simple answers. A, you're absolutely right. The acting chief minister, the leader of the ruling party, certainly all of the ministers and senior functionaries of the government, you know, have their attention fixed on this, you know, on this huge political flashpoint that's playing out between Sasikala and Paneer Selvam. On the other hand, thankfully, the good news is Tamil Nadu has a pretty robust, you know, bureaucratic setup and administration which dispenses, you know, administrative and government duties, even at you know, times in history when there have been very severe and extended political crises. So in that sense, you know, the public experience is not very bad. I'm sure if you look really hard, there will be you know, instances of administration failing in some respects. But overall, I think Chennai is pretty much insulated against this political crisis. Let's hope it stays that way.
Right. Shiv and Pramod, thank you both for joining us.